Hello everybody, my name is Rolak, and welcome to something a little different. So, in my spare time I play a lot of video games, as does, most people. And sometimes I just like to, chill, play video games. This is something, well, this is first off Dredge, really good game. But this video in particular is going to be a part of something I'm going to be calling a long play, where I essentially play a game for quite a long time per video, like probably an hour or so, maybe more, who knows. And that kind of just gets put out throughout the year in between some projects. This isn't going to be like a consistent thing, so don't get too attached to it, but think of it as like my observation duty videos, except I'm probably going to actually beat the game at some point. So we're going to be doing Dredge, which is a fishing game mixed in with some horror elements, more Lovecraftian than often or not. So let's go ahead and get started. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Morrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah, well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I have had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Alright. Dredge is a very simple fishing game. Oh, I forgot how slow we are. Oh, man. Get these little fishing spots. Interact with them. Press X to pull in the green spots to make it go faster. And find a way to store them on your boat. It's based on a grid system, square by square. And eventually a spot will run out of fish to catch. And that's pretty much the game. Nothing too crazy, but it's enjoyable. It's nice, it's relaxing most of the time. We'll get into some elements where it's not going to be relaxing soon enough, but it's still, to a certain point, fun. This is the type of game that I will play. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. So if you're just standing still, no time will pass, but doing pretty much anything will get the time rolling. And time will roll quite fast. It's one of those type of games. So what exactly is going to be a long play video? Well, it's mostly just going to be a long, possibly unedited video. Ooh, grab that. You get yourself a trophy fish. We don't have enough room for another fish, so that's probably going to be it for a little fishing expenditure here. Long, unedited videos where I'm probably not going to be super, active, talking-wise. Think of this as, nice background noise for you, I guess. Oh, this is slow. Look how slow it was when it starts. You step onto the dock at Greater Morrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Selling fish helps the town, pays off my debts. Got it. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. You enter a squalid shack on the ridge of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? Hey. It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you still got debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So let's see what you got. You can sell fish individually just by pressing X, or you can hold X to sell all the fish you got. Well, it's not too much of a debt, though, from what we got. Mayor's standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Okay, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? Research parts. These are going to be of great use to us. Oh, one last thing. A local shipwright mentioned she might be able to help make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Well, I don't think we really have anything that we can get right now. What do we got for fishing? Coastal. That's a shallow. Money's good, actually. We should probably actually get that. We could get another engine and actually go faster. It's only 14 knots at the moment, so it's not too bad. Don't have any control nets. Ooh, we should actually get a light first off. Because we're going to be needing lights eventually. Only $27 remaining, huh? It's generally not a good idea to be fishing out in the dark. Because, well, there's the thing of sanity. Certain events will cause you to be in a bit of a panic sometimes. And that may affect some things. Floating buoy. Serves to mark the safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscure hazards. Dim light also provides a brief respite from the gloom of the night. Minor hallucinations is what you may experience when your sanity takes a pounding. Okay. Slight downside. We don't really have anything to fish anything other than coastal, so we're gonna have to just stick to the mackerels for now. Which isn't too bad. They fetch a decent amount of money anyway. You're really lucky finding that one trophy. Trophies are a special size of a fish, and they also have a higher cost, or a higher selling price, I should say. So if you see a little golden tick, try to avoid the green spots and try to go for that, and you'll be good to go. Might get yourself some good value off of it, might get you something different. What that means exactly, well, I'll go into detail later. Because, you know, we haven't encountered such a thing yet, so there's no point in going over it. This is one of the few games where I have all the achievements on Steam. It's actually a fairly easy game to 100%. You just gotta put some time and dedication in it. I've also acquired pretty much every DLC that is in this game. So you see over there, looks to be a big oil rig. That'll come into handy later. And there's also a landmass far down that way that is new to a DLC. The Pale Reach and the Iron Rig. Yeah, select your lights, holding that. There we go. Get a little bit of light. Not too much, but enough. Pale Reach and the Iron Rig, as well as the complete edition that has some other bonuses. I have a special order from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Tell me about the order. They ask for 1 Gulf Flounder and 1 Grey Eel. Just bring them when you have them. You need to have a rod that can handle shallow water and fish in order to catch those. Shipwright should be able to sort that out for you. Let's fish there. Some fish prefer deeper water, while others stick to the shallows. If you're looking for something specific, it's important to know what depth you're working with. Only $4 remaining, okay. Research. Research is where you can put your research points into, obviously. And these will go towards certain upgrades. Things that we'll be needing much later down the road. We don't have any oceanic, but coastal and shallow would be really nice to have. So we'll get that going first. Should we just grab a shallow rod for now? I think we should. I'm not too worried about fishing speed, so we'll just pop that in there for now. And yeah, that's pretty much all we can do now. Rest up. I might be wondering what that big red pillar of dark magic is in the back. Oh. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Could you give this package to the dock worker there, please? Okay. Go ahead and put that there. Mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. So, he wants us to go out to Little Marrow. And if we press X, go into the cabin, check the map, you can see the objective marker right there. Little Marrow is the town directly east of Greater Marrow. Basically a sister town, if you can call it that. Keeping your light on during the day doesn't do any harm, so use it to your discretion if you want. Boy, yeah, this is very slow. I'm far more used to, you know, going at very high speeds in this thing. But I can manage this for now. Slow and steady. Just a nice, relaxing... The music is so good in this game, too. I forgot how amazing it is. What? A delivery. Let's see here. There's a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I have to pay you, I suppose. Hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. Pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat any time. I know how lonely it can be. So over here is a bit different from Greater Marrow. We have the trader. Enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves are full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you from over silver spectacles. Hello? Is that? No. I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? Unfortunately, no. So, if you find treasures while fishing, he's the guy to go see. Okay. Actually, let's talk to the dock worker and see what he has to say. How's the day treating you? What's it like working on the docks? As changeable as the weather. Those days it's pretty quiet. The pay's not too great, but the work's straightforward. That suits me to a T. It's good to get that fresh sea breeze without actually being on the water. No offense, but you wouldn't get me out into the seas every day. What else can I do for you? Nothing else. Are we able to fish here? I believe we are. Yes, shallow. A bit trickier with the sizes there. But we got ourselves a stingray, which is taking up a lot of space. Fishes come in all shapes and sizes when you fish them up, so you gotta make some accommodating room. If you don't have any room, you're gonna have to get rid of the fish. This little spot down here is where you can store it to basically get rid of anything you can't carry anymore. And unfortunately, there's no fishmonger in Little Marrow, so we have to go all the way back to Greater Marrow to do some things. Also, book. Sustainable fishing. When you get some books, go ahead and click them, and then you'll be reading them while the day's passing by. You have to do some activities, such as moving around or fishing, and then you'll be able to get some additional reading time. Oh, this is, I think, a flounder. Gulf flounder, yeah. And we don't have any more room. Okay. Fishing spots will stay, even though you have kind of just ditched them, so don't worry about leaving some unfinished. And fishing spots do respawn after a while. I don't know the exact specifics for when they respawn, but they do. What is it that we need for a flounder and an eel? Okay. Well, we got a flounder. We just need to get an eel. You got any fish for that order? Yes. If you keep the order on ice until it's all ready to go. Plop it there, and there we go. Come back when you have everything. That's regular business, eh? I think, have we paid off the debt? The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood, with a spring in his step. Fantastic news! Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have some time to talk. I have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior hulls. We'll need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects. Lumber, metal scraps, that sort of thing. How do I get materials? There's plenty of decent material around the coast. From various shipwrecks and the like, I'm sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only got half of what we need. So this is where you can gather materials to upgrade certain aspects. You can have additional spaces for rods to go, net space, more engine space, and more light space. Unfortunately, we don't have any means to actually get any materials just yet, so we're going to have to wait about for that. Dredge is a slow burn game. Takes a while to get some things done here and there, but it's well worth it. I'm actually going to back up. Backing up is not faster, I forgot. What we want to do is grab a new engine, because that's going to make us go by a lot faster. These are both the same, so we'll just install that. Okay, so now we're moving at 34 knots. Is that any really significantly faster? It is. Very nicely significantly faster. We're not super slow anymore. Basically, what you'll be doing for the majority of the beginning of the game is grinding out a lot for fishing. That can take a while, but if you just keep going at it, it'll get by very quickly. Yes. This is a little bit of a different fishing one, and we grab ourselves a gray eel. Yeah, that one goes back and forth between those two little sections. If you miss a spot, it will kind of reel back a little bit, lose some progress on that. And, unfortunately, if you have a gold spot, if you miss any spot, doesn't matter where, the gold spot will, unfortunately, disappear. So, that's a slight downside to that. But it's nothing to lose. any sense over. Trophies kind of just appear randomly. There's nothing really to determine what will make a trophy spawn. Alright, we got the eel. Let's go and bump it there. The fish bunker wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. We got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. I don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at nights, and, well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. And this book out back. Could be useful to you. Schmunger reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. A few shimmering fish scales are stuck to the cover. Interesting. So that's another book for us. And we have to take turns reading things, obviously. Oh yeah, the encyclopedia. So this is where you can pretty much view off every single type of fish that you've come across so far. You might be running aberrations. What are those about? We'll get into details about those later. Should probably get an upgrade. Or something. Can we get anything? We're kind of limited on what we can really do just yet, so we don't really have much else pursuits. We gotta get 2 squid and a black grouper, only bite at night. Okay, so we're gonna have to fish for a while. Actually, no, it's not even that far off from night. Now, you don't have to wait for nightfall from like fishing or anything. You can rest at any point that you want and wake up at any other point that you want. I would advise being careful at night though, because it can get a little tricky. But we already got ourselves some squid. Oops. To-do. Alright. And now that it's become night, exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Bright lights and sleeping will reduce it. Yeah, panic. Or sanity. Whatever you want to call it. I got some fish for you. Got a couple of the squids. Still gonna go get that other one. Sell these. Very nice. Alright, let's go fishing at night. There are some concerns to be had at night, so you want to be careful. You also want to be sure that you're playing with not a lot of light in your room, because apparently you can't see anything in that case. Uh-oh. Turn back on, please. Thank you. It's more squid. Where? What are they? That one. Arrows, rod, trawl, at night. It's a shallow. It can't be that hard to find then. Yes, I'm aware of how the panic works. Don't worry. It's fine. We don't have any big threats as of yet, so we don't really need to worry about it. There we are. Black grouper. Grouper. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of the fish names, so excuse me if I mispronounce some things. Okay, we're kind of getting a bit too panicky, so let's go ahead and rest up for the night. Depending on how much you rest, it will affect on how much your sanity is restored. Sleep for a little bit, you'll be able to get some sanity back, but it's probably best to sleep through the entirety of the night. There are some things to... Ooh! There we go, a cyclopean flounder. Sprawling jellied mass spills from a single eye socket. What appears to be dark pupil is in fact the center of an egg. Yeah, so when fishing, you have a chance, a very small chance, percentage-wise chance, of encountering an aberration. Aberrations are essentially freaks of nature. Oh hey, look at that, sustainable fishing. What do we get from that? 10% chance to not reduce fish stocks when catching a fish for fraud. Very nice. Aberrations are alternate forms of fishes that are very disturbing, but they also sell for a high price. But what exactly they are, well, Kind of strange looking fish. Never seen anything like it in all my years. Died as soon as it was pulled from the water, but scales are still pulsing with a strange rhythm. Don't want to handle it anymore. Have headache and ears are ringing slightly. Maybe the fishmonger Greater Merrill will know more. Maybe indeed. Let's see what he has to say. Have you got any fish for that order? Well, I mean, yes, but yeah. Fish, hands you some money. Didn't think you had in you. Night fishing is a tall order. I'm meaning to talk to you about a new business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. Got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you can get fixed at the shipwright. Crab pots. It'll be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anywhere, then come back after a day or two with a check on it. Got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. What is it today? And the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Now, this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his finger firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach, he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. Handkerchief. Once beautiful handkerchief, drawn from the insides of a grotesque fish, patterned with delicate crimson thread. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger. And I'll be clear, I know we extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of the bay and cut south. I have business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Interesting. Set the crab pot ability and deploy with X. Catch things over time, but need repairing every so often. So yeah, just go ahead and plop it down, and there we go. Oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't have popped it there. Because... let's pick it up. When you have... oh, it's just because we didn't have any equipped. When you have the crab pot thing selected, you'll be able to see just how exactly many crabs are in the spot for you to fish up for. Very nice. So, Blackstone Isle. Well, since we got nothing really else to do, might as well indulge in what this gentleman has to offer for us. The man is standing in a doorway, watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things, art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable. Even after all this time, this handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carries items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks and dark depths. Find me these lost relics and I'll reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I merely need a few hours of your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? I accept. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, and a music box and key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences, anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. Alright, so let's check out the workshop. The workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. You enter, taking a moment to let your eyes to adjust to the dim light. Find some horrifying creations among the detritus. I don't even know what that word is. So, these things are from a DLC. These are essentially bonus little trinkets for you, which is the Sign of Ruin. A symbol of the deep is carved in the small talisman. It's sure to draw the attention of those attuned to it. This gives us an aberration bonus, so we now have a 5% increased chance to find aberrations. We also have an arterial engine. The bony blades of this grotesque engine are driven by a pulsing heart. It beats in time of your own. We can't do anything with it just yet, so we'll have to send it to our storage. And this is where you pretty much store anything that you don't have room for just yet. What else does it do? Just 5% increased aberration bonus. Okay. So we've now been given the task of finding some relics. Amongst other things. Yeah, quite a lot of area to explore. Oh, might as well do some fishing. See if we can find another aberration. Okay, maybe not in there. There we are. So dredging is a bit different than fishing. We simply have to make sure the arrow doesn't touch a single black spot. And we get ourselves some trinkets and other commodities. Ooh, and when you see a fishing spot that has this glowing aura here, fishing from it may yield some interesting fishes, such as the voltaic grouper. An unknown green energy arcs and crackles over this fish's scales, thrashes ceaselessly, even hours after being pulled from the water. I love the descriptions of the aberrations. They're all really, really good. How much room do we have? We might be able to carry some fish. See if there's, or crabs. See if there's anything in here. Nothing yet. Okay. Weird. Usually there is. And I'm not, you know, super... That's a new noise. I don't remember that being a thing. Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She talked to you a few days ago for supplies. Suggested she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. Okay. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out to sea. She turns to you. What's it like out there? It's peaceful. It's got to be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a while. Maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. It's not so bad here. She's gazing up the sea again, lost in thought. Say, if you find me some materials, maybe you can help me move? I mean, really move. There's an island I've heard about, Steel Point, just to the north. 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself out there. You're welcome to visit, too. Just stack it up at Steel Point when you have anything. I'll pay you back when the job's done. Okay. What is it? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? She eyes you suspiciously. There's a spot near the back of Great Amara where the current carries in wreckage from the seas. Some nights you can see an unnatural glow rising from the patch of dark water. Can't imagine what's down there in the deep. So if you're looking for what I think you're looking for, it's best you just move on. Have you heard of any strange things happening? I see plenty of strange things from atop the lighthouse. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. She holds the lantern up so it shines brightly onto your face. Are you really standing here in front of me? Or is it just another of the fog's tricks? Who lives on Blackstone Isle? I see a lot from up here, you know. I saw that ill-fated boat return. I chose to look the other way. Watched an unnatural glow flicker through those windows. Whatever you've got planned, I hope you know what you're doing out there. Okay, bye. Alright. Bam, that's a nice chunk of money there. Let's rest up a little bit. So that big pillar of strange energy is obviously something that we need to take a look into. Which is what we're going to be doing now, because what else are we going to be doing, really? This game is gorgeous, by the way. Like, it is such a simple art style, but everything about this game is just gorgeous. There we are, Fiddler Crab. Let's go ahead and put you right there. Fit you right in there, nice and snugly. And let's go see if we can find whatever it is that's in this strange pillar of light. Just back around here. Right around here. That's Steel Point. That's for the other pursuit that we have. So we don't have to worry about that just for now. This looks to be a bolt of cloth, if I'm remembering correctly. Indeed it is. Dredging spots tend to only have one piece of material to dredge, so you're not really going to be getting a lot of variety if it's just one singular thing. But hey, now we have actual means of gathering up some materials, so we're good for that. Just a bit further. Oh, I've also never realized that giant skeleton there. That's pretty cool. There's the spot. We can probably fish up some other things if we have enough time or enough space. Oh, we might not have enough space, actually. Forgot the weird shape of this thing. There we go. Relic, an ornate key. An abnormally large and heavy key cast from unfamiliar metal. The teeth of the key are curved and sway before your eyes like tendrils. Alright, well we got that. Let's see if we can give it back to the collector and see what he thinks about it. Let's also do some more fishing, because why not? Fill up the space with what we got. Ugh, lumpy mackerel. Writhing massive lumps, twisted and pulling their way under the scales of their vessel. How long could have lived like this? Nasty little creatures. Oh, there we go. We finished up another book. What did that one have for us? Rods will reel fish in 10% more effectively. Nice. Well, there's descriptions for it, too. Straightforward, simple techniques on operating fishing equipment more effectively. Not much I didn't know already, though. And a hefty tome of laborious read. It goes into laborious reads. It goes into great detail about techniques that can be employed to reduce the impacts of fishing upon fish stocks. Mentioned something about ensuring a healthy ecosystem for future generations. Alright, cool. Now we slowly have to make our way all the way around. For something. Just so we don't, you know, die on the way back, hopefully. Hopefully not. There are some things for us to be looking out for at night, but nothing too concerning. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. You ponder the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long will it decay into ruin? Its purpose exhausted. The lighthouse towers above. Okay. Having a little moral quandary about a lighthouse. Understandable. I think. Yes, actually. Right, the fiddler. And we just need a simple small crab. Sell the fish. Take a nap. Wait for day to come. Should probably get rid of that ring that we have to the what the hell is it called? The relic seller? Relic buyer? Curiosity shop. There we go, and a common crab. Perfect. Just what we needed. Now let's go ahead and pick it up. And let's head over to Blackstone Isle so we can get rid of this key, free up some space, which is the main important thing, and see what he has for us. There's a lot to explore. This is going to be a long game. You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, you have something, don't you? Show me. Hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head, now somehow seems changed, smaller. Has it always been this way? Is this all? Where's the lock? The collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of light fills your vision, and you stagger back briefly. Now go. We have more relics to uncover. My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris to the southeast, toward Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. Now mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? The words you've read from that book, what did they do to me? The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its power towards you. Is there one in particular you wish to know more about? Haste. The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however, it may put a great deal of stress on your engines. How long have you lived here? Quite some time. I used to be a fisherman, as was my father before, but 2 decades ago I took up residence here and needed to focus on other endeavors. I found that this island has certain strength to it, those dark basalt columns stretching downwards to the deep. Do you know who owned these relics? Yes. Who? He looks at you for a moment. A look of something like regret flashes in his eyes. An old friend. Do not bother me with common clutter. I hear that the trader in Little Marrow deals in such trivialities. Yes, okay. That's pretty much what he said before. Okay. Haste adds speed to your engines, but increases panic and engine heat. So we go down here, hold X. Now we can move significantly faster, but it does increase our panic and puts quite a bit of stress onto our engines. If we hold it for too long, we will cause some damage to our hull. And what that means exactly is that when your ship gets damaged, some spots on your storage will be crossed out, meaning you can't carry anything in that spot. And you might notice those 3 little ticks, those little boxes there that say damage next to it. I'm pretty sure, I've barely ever really done it, but I'm pretty sure if those all get crossed out, it's game over. So that's your health, in a way. Grieving father. Hello, is everything okay? Do you know any shipwrecks around here? Well, yes, you see, my only son was lost at sea some years ago. He's still out there, somewhere, in one of those wrecks, all alone in the cold, dark water. Man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but tremors of grief rack his body. I was wondering, I noticed you have some dredging equipment installed on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I think you'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt buckle, specially engraved. I'd recognize it anywhere. If there's a chance you could find it, I'd be in your debt. You know about any strange occurrences? I don't get a lot out in my moors, so I don't see much of what goes on. But I do remember the old mayor in his final days. What an awful sight it was. Screaming and throwing things into the sea. Throw it back, he would cry over and over again. Begging anyone who would listen, howling into the wind. These days, I almost feel like I understand. Alright. Oh, the painter is open now. Ah, the fisherman. I thought you might stop by. Welcome to my humble studio. If you're wanting to experiment with some decorations, yes, I'm the person to talk to. What sort of decorations? I can attach flags and bunting to add some style to your boat. I have a design here already that you might like. Find any others on your travels, bring them back to me and I can rig them up for you. Of course, I can also add a splash of color to your hull. I'm sorry to say that my selection of pigments is limited at the moment, though. Thanks for a short while. The other day, down by the shoreline, I saw a strange crab with the most strikingly vibrant coloration. My knees aren't suited to clambering over rocks and chasing crustaceans, you see, but if you caught such a creature... He clears scrapes of cloth and paper from his workbench, revealing a large pestle and mortar. The right binding agent, we can grind them together for a new mixture. Turns back to you, a cunning plan formed in his mind. Fisherman, bring me some of those strange crabs. We'll turn your vessel into a work of art. But, for now, what can I help you with today? I don't have a flag. Or paint. Roof. Do blue depths. It does take a bit. What about the hull? A lot of different... Yeah, we need some aberrations of crabs to get these other ones. But we'll add some color to it for now. Yeah. We can adjust the bunting, which is just like the ropes and stuff there. Makes it look nice. Okay. Let's sell this ring. Because what else are we going to be doing with it? Rest up. Because I don't really want to be going out during night. Doesn't really do anything for us. Alright. I would suggest... Oop. There we go. We got a trophy arrow squid. Very nice. I would suggest sailing out just before morning, because then you don't get... Okay, controller shook. Low growling. Don't remember what that is. If it's anything at all, or if it's just the game being ambient. There's a lot of good ambience in this game. It really freaks you out sometimes. Well, it freaks me out. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Alright. The lighthouse keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks towards the dock with a confused look on her face. Oh, it's you. Who were you expecting? Your engine, it sounds like. I'm sorry, I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend. Dejected, she turns and walks back towards the lighthouse. Interesting. Yes, right, the crab. Ooh, okay. Fishmonger wraps up the crabs and hands you some money. These'll do. Glad you got some use out of that old pot. You can always buy more here, or repair damaged ones at the shipyard. One final request for you. Have you seen some fish around here can develop odd deformities? What do you think happens to a person that eats the flesh of one of these mutants? They go mad? Well, perhaps, but I want to know for sure. Bring me a mutant fish. Any will do. Just keep this between the two of us. I don't have any, so I will just sell you what we got. Okay, we need to find some research parts because we... Oh, wait, no, we need to find some more space. Okay, what can we do? What should we do first? Engine. I want to upgrade the engine so we can go faster. What are we doing? Pursuits, relics, lumber, scrap, aberrant fish. Where is everything? Okay, just around near Little Marrow. Okay. Out we go. Where exactly are we going? Around here. Marker doesn't really do anything unless we look with our telescope. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. There we go. Much better. Good lord. Why is the sensitivity is way too high to start out? That is insane. Yeah, this is a good game. I love this game. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's nice to just play a game that's just nice and relaxing. What do we have here? 21st of August, 1927. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Marrow. Rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck from the front of the boat. Did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around and a few items fell overboard into the water. Did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I've never known him to be so superstitious. Interesting. Some scattered letters in a bottle here and about. Excuse me. What do you have here? Is a scrap? This is a treasure. Old chain, old iron chain. Okay. Fish up from here. Dredge from here. Bronze belt buckle. There we go. And fish up this as well, because this is some scrap metal. And scrap metal, I think, is probably one of the most common pieces of material that we're going to be needing. At least in my remembering of the game. Let's move you around a bit. Probably should have dropped off the bolt of cloth in the storage. That's fine. Right, I should also go over the conditions of fish. So, as expected with any, produce, meats, stuff like that, if you leave something out long enough, it's gonna decay and rot. Whoa. So, as time goes by, fish will become fish start out fresh, stale, and eventually go into rotting. And past rotting, they turn into just rot, which is essentially just trash in your inventory, unfortunately. Hey, buddy. About the belt buckle. Give the belt buckle to the man. This is his. Oh, thank you. Bless you. You've returned him to me. Please take this. I've not any money to pay you, but this might hold some value to you. Yes, it does. Thank you kindly, sir. Alright, goodbye. Probably never going to talk to you again. But hey, that's just how the game works. Okay, now that we got another research point, we can increase that. So now we have coastal and shallow, and we don't have to worry about it taking up 2 spots. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and grab that pretty much immediately. So let's hurry up over there. Yeah, this is not as fast as I remember. It's a lot faster when we get some upgraded engines, obviously, which we should probably get onto. So we need some wood, and we need some scrap. We already got some scrap. We also need to get some wood for steel point, which will come later. Okay, shipwright? Yes. Can we sell our rods? Yes. Don't need this anymore, and we don't need this anymore. So, we can just buy this and install it there. Now we have both coastal and shallow fishing all in one rod. Thankfully, the game doesn't delete the items that you sell, like fishing rods and stuff. So you'll never have a chance where you just run out of things. Although I am curious, what happens if you run out of money and you can't buy any more fishing supplies? Because at that point, you kind of just are out of luck there. Okay, engine. That's what we want to focus on. So put our scrap metal there. Then we just need some lumber. And we'll put 1 cloth there. And 1 here as well. Yes. Also costs money, so we have to, look out for that. But we might as well put some stuff here for the time being. So we need to find some lumber. Lumber is what we need to find. How's our inventory? Okay, not so bad. Should we repair the crab pot? Oh. Pulls a book from a toolbox nearby and hands it to you. Field pages are stuck together with grease. Okay, cool, thanks. Repair. That'll repair our crab pot, so now we have a way of using that again. A new book has been added. Okay, cool. Okay. So we do need to find an aberration for the fishmonger, so we should probably just do some fishing while we're at it. Probably plop this down here, so we don't have to go too far for it. There are some specific spots where you should drop some crab pots, which will get you some better results. But it's not too much of a big deal if you really want to worry about it. Also, crab pots fill up over time, obviously, so if you really want to just get some crabs really easily, go ahead and drop it and just, like, go to bed. It's pretty easy in that way. Not really getting a lot of stock from these fishing spots. Not a whole lot just yet. Except for the flounder, obviously. There we go. Riddled flounder. Put you over here for now. Baggy skin perforated with countless cavities. Singular shapeless mass spreads underneath. Vile thing. Put you down here. Plop you over there. Yeah, it makes a little noise when you pick it up. Alright, got the flounder. The aberration of a flounder, so yeah. Made some progress. Alright, fishmonger. Yes. The fishmonger takes the aberrated fish from you. He clutches it close to his chest, wringing his hands around its slimy body. Yes, that should do nicely. It is what the fish is worth, and why don't you take these too? They're of no use to me. I will gladly. That sounds like the faintest whispering. You listen. Silence. In the stillness of the room, the fishmonger's hands begin to tremble. His face grows anguished. Please, say what you need, then leave. I must deal with this creature. Quickly now. Oh, okay, man. Fishmonger's door slams behind you. You hear the heavy scraping of a metal bar sliding across it. Fishmonger's door is barred from the inside. Interesting. Let's see if he opens up back in the morning. We don't need to see him for anything, but... Still barred. Okay. Research. We got more research. Okay, so... Ooh, should we get started on oceanic stuff? I think we should. Yeah, might as well invest into that. Could probably buy it. Should probably buy it. Could also probably buy this. Improved outboard engine. I can research from pots as well. God, I really don't know. Okay, dry dock. No, not the dry dock. Shipwright. This. We don't have room for this because of the thing. This is also a lot of money. Does increase the fishing speed, which is nice. Do we really need... I don't think we really need the sign of ruin right now. So we'll just put that away for now. Okay. Looks like some crabs have been obtained in the pot. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Just a single coastal crab. Okay, now that we got oceanic... Where are we really going? We can try and go to Gale Cliffs. It's quite a ways away, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to get to it. We would have to start... we could probably start at Blackstone, actually. And just go from there. Yeah. But I want to fish this oceanic, which is a bronze whaler. It's a shark. You can fish up sharks. Ooh, we should also probably focus on dredging for now, just so we can get some more supplies needed for upgrades and stuff, because this is some lumber. It's not a lot of lumber, but it's lumber nonetheless. A couple of lumber. It's not too bad. Oh, research part. Nice. Yeah, you can sometimes just randomly get research parts from dredging materials as well. No complaints there at all. That looks like a stingray. I don't think we have enough room for a stingray. No, we don't. That's unfortunate. We have some room for... No, those are flounders. I don't think we have enough room for that either. We got room for one. We'll grab one. And then we'll head back, drop off the fish if we can. I can't remember if the fishmonger is back to his normal. Actually, no, I don't think he's normal at all. Can we fish a bit more? Actually, let's fish a bit more. This is some squids. There. Move you over here, actually, and then we can fish some more. Can we move anything else? No, that's the best we're going to get. Yeah, very limited inventory space for now, but it'll get better later on. Trust me. Oh, that was not for the crab pot. Interesting. Let's redock. Or just dock. Fishmonger? Ugh, blinding headache today. Did you come by yesterday? I don't recall. Anyway, what can I do for you? Well, sell our stuff first off. Alright, let's see. Engine, yes. Upgrade the engine. Cost some money, but we now have more engine space, which is very nice. I do want to get some more rod space too, so let's focus on that for a little bit. Okay, and we also got some more research. 2 more. Should we upgrade more into... Well, we don't really need to do this just yet. I don't think we need... We don't need to do those just yet. So let's improve this, so we can get some faster engines going on. This is a nice little just bonus engine, so we can get a little bit extra speed. And... we'll get a hardy crab pot. Why not? Okay, there it is. Now we can use this thing. Put it in there. Get ourselves a couple extra knots. And nothing really else from that. Okay, shipwright. What should we... Well, we can probably get rid of this. Yeah, sell this. Get the 50 knots, which costs quite a bit, but not too much. So now we're at 46. I don't know how much changed, but it changed. Rest up. Alright. Now that we're a bit faster, I think we're gonna go to the Gale Cliffs. Because that's probably a good idea. This doesn't really feel much faster. Probably for good reason. Alright. Didn't really mean to pick up the whole thing, but why not? Let's get it out here. There we go. 10.2 meters. Okay. So we gotta head southeast. Stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon the surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Cold tone does not respond to your touch. Interesting. Okay. That is it right down there. Yes, yes. Okay. Whales! Orcas! Yeah! Yeah, sometimes just randomly swimming, some animals will join along inside your boat. Very nice. I love that about this game. Jesus, okay, that scared me. Hey, correct engine operating. 5% more movement speed than listed. Preachy and disjointed set of articles on how and how not to operate engines. In general, it was far too overcautious for my thinking. Now we have just a little bit more. I increased it by 5%. Not bad. And yes, that, I believe... Oh! Okay. Was not expecting to see that guy so soon. Okay. That's a bit of a rare encounter. I was not expecting him to see him that soon. That's crazy. New one here. Got oceanic perch. So yeah, press X when the balls hit into the counter at the top, and you'll be good to go. These are numerous fish, but they're also very easy, and they don't really take up a lot of space. Oh, we'll wait for that to creep up. Bang. There we go. Yeah, if your fishing speed is too fast, you might also miss out on some trophies if you really want to look out for them. We got a lot of those guys. All right. Dock here. Hello. Young fellow resident. Do you need help with anything? I've been trying to prepare a special meal for my partner, but I've been having some issues. Around here we consider aged conger eels to be a particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Normally we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dog keeps digging them up and eating them. Can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me an aged conger eel? Yes, I can bring you an aged conger eel. Thank you. You'll be decently compensated. Where can I catch a conger eel? Yes, that could be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliffs to find them. Oh, and did I mention they only come out at night? Yes, I believe they hide during the day. Good luck. I'm going to undock for a second because I just realized there's a little bit of an aberration aura to this. Let's see if we can grab one. There we go. Stonefish. Anything else? Not quite. There you are. Enthralled stonefish. Hollowed husk hosting a hostile dweller. The eyes inside begin their search for a safer vessel. Nasty creature. Okay, let's move these guys around a little bit. That's the convenience of small fish, is that they can take up a lot of space. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, actually, I want to go this way. Because unfortunately... Ooh, don't get hit by that. Unfortunately, Ingval doesn't have a fishmonger, but if we go here... Ahoy there! You're a new face. Fisherman, I take it? Perfect. Well, we should get along like a house on fire. I'm a traveler and a merchant, all rolled into one. If you have any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them at the next town I come across. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to pursue the stock and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. So yeah, she is kind of situated throughout the entirety of the world, actually, on these pontoons. You'll see her pretty much in every little section. This is your upgrade fishmonger around when you're not in Marrow. Say, have you met the photographer? She stopped by my pontoon a little while back. She's loaded up with fancy camera equipment to take pictures of all the wildlife. She sighs wistfully. Wish I had my own camera. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to document everything you do? You never forget anything. Anyway, she said she was setting up a small island to the south of the Marrows. If you're in the area, maybe you should check on her. Okay, let's sell the fish. Nice chunk of fish there. Chunk of cash. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Hey again, come by for a chat. Do you need help with anything? Assistance from an angler? Absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. Figured out most of them I would travel so far, but there are a few I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? Sure, can help with that. Great. The fish I have left to track down are oarfish, gulper eel, Goliath tigerfish, and a coelacanth. I know a little about each species already, so maybe I can point you in the right direction. What do you want to know? The oarfish. Given that the oarfish has a long and fragile body, I suspect they'll live reasonably deep, but calm water. Maybe the shelter of Gale Cliffs would suit them? The gulper eels. I know that gulper eels live at the deepest depths imaginable. You'll have to get some specialist gear to catch one of those. Tigerfish. Goliath tigerfish. These guys are legitimately scary. They hunt in murky, swampy waters, using the shade of trees as cover. And the coelacanths? Actually, I have no idea where coelacanths might be, but they have a primordial feel to them, don't you think? They're also probably one of the oldest still living creatures in the entire world. You know the Pokemon Relicanth? That's what it's based off of. Okay, we don't have anything, do we? No, we don't. Shipyard. Ooh, you have refined metal. That's a lot of money. Jesus. Lordy Lou. Okay, well, we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. Rest. We've been going on for an hour and just over 10 minutes. You know, I think this is a good time to stop this episode. This was nice. This was calm. This was chill. I think next time we're pretty much going to be exploring most of the Gale Cliffs. I don't know when I'm going to be doing this again, so don't expect it, you know, the next day. Might be a week, might be a month, might be after the next Let's Play. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all for watching. My name is Rolak, and I'll see you guys next time for whatever I may put out.